Hey, good evening. Good evening. Y'all are tuned into another edition of Homage Speaks. Just got to give y'all a quick rundown, man. Had some good games tonight, good basketball tonight. But I got to start with the series that I picked for the Bulls to win. But they suffered a major injury tonight, and Rajon Rondo injuring his hand. That's a big blow for them. Rondo was giving them the veteran leadership that team needed to win this series. Not necessarily because he came from Boston, but because the team and the coaching staff has finally believed in his ability to orchestrate games. That's the beauty of Rajon Rondo. That's what he does very well. He was giving the Bulls 11 points. Uh, he was giving them 11 points, 10 rebounds, and I'm sorry, he was giving them 11 points, 10 assists, and 8.5 rebounds a game. Tonight, 3 point guards touched the floor for the Chicago Bulls, and they totaled 11 points, 1 assist, and 6 rebounds. Now, you cannot play three guys and not at least get the production of one guy. Carter Williams, Jerry and Grant, and Cameron Payne. I need you guys to step up. Unless y'all gonna be going fishing. Because y'all can play in this series with these guards, but y'all gotta go out there and play ball. D Wade and Jimmy Butler, I gotta talk to you. You guys went 13 for 39. Now I don't know if you know about me and Fasheen Johnson, but that's Mr. Walker, and I'm Mr. Miyagi Splash, aka the Cannon. And I'm telling you right now that we can go out there and go 13 for 39 and get a loss. You guys are professionals. You guys are elite. D Wade, you're a Hall of Famer, and you just got to do a better job of picking your spots. I think you guys will be prepared in Game 4 because they threw some different looks at you guys that you haven't seen yet. Simply because I think they were going to be prepared for the pick and roll action that y'all was going to use because you didn't have Rondo kind of getting you guys in the right spot. So y'all had to make plays for the other people. And I think Brad Stevens and company did a great job of preparing for that. Shout out to the Boston Celtics. First of all, my condolences to Mr. Isaiah Thomas and his family. But y'all did an amazing job playing that game for him, and y'all also did an amazing job of playing with X's and O's and execution. You guys were amazing. You guys made 41 shots tonight. 41 shots. Y'all made 41 field goals tonight, but y'all assisted on 34 of them. That's Golden State level. That's basketball genius level. I mean, you can dig Coach Wooden up out his grave. You can go tell Phil to put his glasses on and enjoy his own in the 90s. You can go talk to Jerry Sloan. You can go talk to Coach K, Dean Smith, rest in peace to that legend. Roy Williams, respect to that legend. You can go talk to those guys, and they say if we pass the ball that good, nobody's going to beat us. So that's great for the Bulls. I mean, that's great for the Celtics, but I don't think that's going to be duplicated. I look for Chicago to make some real big adjustments and come back strong and play a tough, hard, gritty game in Game 4, and hopefully they can get that win because they need it. Because if they don't get that win, they gonna be on their way going toward the house. Enough of that game. I don't think you guys paid attention. I don't think y'all was listening. But it was a Chris Paul sighting tonight. You know, Christopher, not Chris, not the guy on the State Farm commercials, not Cliff Paul, not him. No, I seen Wake Forest tonight. I seen the guy when his grandfather passed away, and he dropped 63 and could have dropped 64 for the state record, and he said, "I don't want it. I came out here to do one thing, and I did that." Chris Paul, you was nothing short but of amazing. This is your third straight 20 and 10 game, but you had 34 and I believe 11 or 12, but you had 19 in the second half after Blake Griffin got injured with a big toe. We're not going to talk about that right now because it's not important. You want to know why it's not important? Because you were out there and you let everybody know that I'm here and I got this under control. Way to go, Chris Paul. I seen you. You had 9 big points down the stretch for your team, and Joe Johnson was trying to put it on late, but you guys took it over. And for those guys who still worried about efficiency, don't forget about Chris Paul still being one of the elite guards, having over 10 assists and playing a whole game, dribbling the ball, and had 2 turnovers. Chris Paul, salute, sir. You're still amazing, and I respect what you do out there on that court. There's been a few debates out here. Shout out to my man Bruce Wayne. I know y'all see it. There's been a few debates out here talking about Kawhi Leonard being one of the top 2-3 players in the game. I disagree. I think he's a fine player. I think he got a ways to go before he can enter elite status. But here's the thing. Elite players do not go to Memphis and in a must-win game for Memphis and just score 18 points in that game. I'm sorry. Not after y'all just smacked them twice. No, Kawhi. If you wanted to be one of the top players, top 2 or 3 players in the game where they trying to put you at, you would have went out there and said, we're not losing to Memphis. We're not losing tonight. Because that's how Memphis played. They put Zebo in the lineup, and you knew y'all weren't going to get no foul calls because Coach took one for his entire team by taking that $30,000 fine and say, Kawhi, you just went to the line too much. So they pretty much not even respecting you as the great player you are. Said, you can't score unless you go to the line. So what you were supposed to do was go out there and give him that Leonard. All right, you were supposed to go out there and kill him. But you didn't get that done. But it's okay. Y'all got another game coming. I'm pretty sure y'all going to make y'all adjustments. Popovich is one of the best, if not the best, coach in game-to-game adjustments. I don't really like Coach Popovich's in-game adjustments, but when he get film, he get to prepare, believe you me, you're going to see a different Spurs attack coming in Game 4 Memphis, and I hope you are prepared for what's coming to you. Man, I got to talk about it. Hey, I got to talk about it. Paul George, geez, son. Everybody was pulling for you, man, but I know you got rolled today. I didn't even want to listen to the sports media to disrupt my vision on what I got to say to you. Paul George, I'm disappointed, sir. The reason why I'm disappointed is because you allowed Cleveland to get back in the game with no Kevin Love and Kyrie Irving on the floor. You allowed that to happen. They was out there with Deron Williams and J.R. Smith, Kyle Korver, Shannon Fry, and LeBron James, and you were supposed to be on LeBron James, and you let LeBron James go triple-double on you, 41-piece, monkey dunking, doing whatever he wanted to do to you in your house. I'm sorry, sir. You're 36, 15, and 9. It just wasn't good enough. Respect for you for doing it, but it just wasn't enough against the King, okay? You were supposed to say, we not losing. I'm going to him. Y'all take care of those guys. I'm taking care of LeBron. I believe you're capable of doing that, but you got to show it. And you ain't got to necessarily show it to me. You got to show it to yourself because LeBron see you, and, man, he see cook food. He shooting pull-up threes. He laughing. He smiling. He said, I got this. LeBron James, I'm going to go and tell you. Everybody who know me, know I'm a Kevin Durant fan, but, sir, I almost became a fan. What you did last night was nothing short of amazing. I mean, I seen it all. I see how you were setting everybody up. I see how you took your time. I see how you just orchestrated that game into your way, but you got to start hitting your free throws, bro. Those going to come back on you. But outside of that, y'all did a good job. I'm not crowning y'all for coming back from coming back from a 26-point deficit against the 8th seed. Oh, no, I'm sorry, the 7th seed in the Eastern Conference. I'm really surprised that you was down 26 to begin with. But good job of coming back and making that wrong or right. So we won't have to talk about that in depth. Because if you would have came back and lost, then it was real cause for Paul, which y'all took care of, showed the will of a champion, and your shooters was on, and y'all came back and y'all took care of that. Miles Turner, young boy, you got a lot of talent and a lot of upside, but you can't go 3 for 12 in a big game like that. You hit your first shot of the game, which I thought was a great look. You had a monkey dunk, and you probably had another layup. So what you doing out there, man? Get yourself in the game. Get involved. You can do it. Lance, you came out with the energy. You came out with the aggression. But you got to stop selling it for that three-point shot, Lance. They bait carding you, and I know you seen that show. Everybody seen the show bait card. They let you ride around a couple of blocks before they cut the engine off. Stop shooting that shot. I know you came out, you hit your first couple, you thumped it. Cool. You got to keep putting pressure on the defense and attacking. That's when you're at your best, and that's when they respect you and they fear you the most. When you sitting out there becoming a jump shooter, I promise you they will live with the results. And those results show you are not the father. All right? We got another battle. We had another battle tonight. I don't know, did y'all see the duel? But we had Russell Westbrook versus James Harden, and I'm telling you, boy, it was one for the ages. Russell Westbrook, homage is due, so I'm about to pay it. Look at, man, I'm very proud of you. You made your adjustments from game 1 and 2, and you came out there and you got your teammates involved. Shout out to your teammates for stepping up and making their shots. But, man, if y'all got a chance to see Russell, y'all would have seen one of the best versions of this guy I've ever seen. He was just so under control. He dictated pace. The game was going his way. It was going his way. He didn't force anything. He kind of got a little out of it in the fourth quarter, just a little bit. He stayed away from that three-point line, which I think he should always stay away from. Not saying that he can't shoot it, but we'll live with that, all right? We don't want you shooting that. But that mid-range you got, except for when you step back. I watched you closer last night. Every time you dribble and you walk into it, bam. But when you step back, you're shooting it too short. So you got to stop stepping back. That's your money time. That's your money time. That's your money shot. That's your version of Jordan's fadeaway or the sky hook. And when you get to your spots, you got to knock it down and you got to bury it. Don't fade. Don't bail them out. Don't do anything but get to your spot, raise up, and knock that shot down because you're more than capable of doing it, and they can't stop it. They can only hope you miss it. But you did a good job of getting your teammates involved. You didn't have that many turnovers. You still had some, but you're a high turnover guy. You're a high risk. I mean, you're a high risk, high reward kind of player anyway, so we got to live with that. I just wish you continue to play it that kind of way, become efficient in that style of basketball. That style of basketball will get you an MVP trophy every year and will get you the respect around the league that you deserve from the players, the coaches, and the fans, because that was beautiful until you got when it was winning time and you started to force it a little bit. Prior to that, though, you played an amazing game. Don't force it. Let the game come to you. You got Victor going. You had Robertson going. Taj Gibson going. Enes Kanter going. Adams active. You had your role players. Everybody was just playing Jerry and Grant. Hey, Billy Donovan, you got to get Jerry and Grant some more minutes down the stretch. He's a great athlete. He's aggressive, and he can defend. That was a good coaching move by you by keeping them in a little longer than you normally do. Enes Kanter, you played good. You dominated your matchup. Houston, you did good. You did good on the road. I mean, Oklahoma played good enough to blow y'all out of the gym, and I saw y'all just chip at it. James Harden, you played very good. But you had some turnovers, and you bailed them out a lot by shooting that three-point shot. Don't bail them out. You are a scorer that can shoot. You're not a shooter that can score, okay? You're at your best when you're attacking and getting your teammates involved and making the decisions. Let me tell y'all something. The Rockets is the number 1 three-point shooting team in the history of the game, per se. I still think Golden State shoot it better because they are more efficient at doing it. But Houston set a record this year for three-point makes, and shout out to the Oklahoma City Thunder for keeping them at 28%. That's what got them a 2-point win. Wow. They shot 55%. Held Houston to a 28-point three-point percentage. And they won by 2 points. Oklahoma City, you might be in trouble. Because you can't play that much better than that and expect to get a win. I don't think Houston is going to play that way the next game. I just don't see it. I don't see it. Pat Beverly is, you got to do a better job of keeping your composure and keeping your poise, because if you're not out there, there's no answer for Russell. Eric Gordon, you did solid. But I also got to take this moment in time and shout out to Georgia's very own Mr. Basketball, the legend in these parts, Mr. Lou Williams, oh sir, I saw you tonight, and you was nothing short of amazing. Shout out to Mike Mercer. Shout out to T Rank, Billy Humphrey, Chris Cromartie, all my guys. Ralph. Shout out to Ralph. Mario West. Lapone still lives in my book. Y'all guys paved the way for a lot of young players, and while we were playing, y'all gave us a lot of things that a lot of people didn't see. Shout out to Lance James, DeMar Carter, 6'5" Jawan Jones, my main man Marcellus, better known as Mark Hart. Hey man, respect to all y'all guys. Vincent Banks, salute, sir. But with that being said, I hope y'all enjoyed this edition of Homage Speaks. We had a lot of great games, a lot of good footage going tonight. Please, y'all get a chance, please subscribe to our channel, Fresh Perspective. And with that being said, enjoy talking to y'all tonight. Y'all have a good one.